This is Teacher Red.
And this is Teacher April.
And this is
MK Live. Yes, so again, welcome to another video of us talking in English.
Welcome.
Yes.
So again, this is your ESL classroom, and we will talk about a topic, and maybe we could introduce some questions and how you would answer it in real life. So today
Yes.
we'll talk about childhood.
Yes, so childhood is like a very yay topic, right?
A very
Childhood.
exciting topic, exciting one.
Yeah, so and please remember, if you have any comments or something you'd like to add, please write it down below, okay? So
Let's
let's
start.
For our first question.
Did you have a happy childhood? What did you like to do when you were a child?
So I will be the one answering this question.
And before we start this question, if you have something to share, don't hesitate to comment down below.
Yes. So yes, going back, did I have a happy childhood? I guess so. Yes, I never really recall a bad memory of my childhood. So I think I had a happy childhood, and of course I was raised well with my parents in a appropriate environment, I think, and I spent time happily with my cousins when I was a child. So yes, I think my childhood was happy.
Can you cite something or some event in your childhood that you really remember or reminisce?
I remember I used to play like a lot, especially what do you call it in English? Balay. Playhouse.
Playhouse.
Yes.
Make believe playhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So my mother would usually grab some coconut leaves or banana leaves and sack and make it into a mini house for myself, and then I would cook leaves there.
Wow.
In a can, I would cook leaves there and flowers. Yes. So
Your mom is very supporting.
yeah, she's very supportive with what I want to do. So yeah, I did have a happy childhood.
I think we don't really remember much about our bad experiences back when we were a kid. I remember every time my dad is a fireman back then, so he was in a lot of field, but he was a fireman. I remember whenever they have to attend or to rescue for a fire, I would really cry for me to go with him, and then I would stay in an ambulance.
Oh.
Yeah, and I
So
don't know.
you were that kid.
And I don't know why I would really do that, but I remember doing that a lot. And yeah, like you, I also did a lot of make-believe playhouse.
Yes, and playing on the streets with
playing with
childhood friends.
Yeah, but I didn't really experience playing a lot on the street because I wasn't allowed. But yeah, I'm still happy with my childhood like you. So I think we should proceed to the next question.
So for our next question, Teacher Red, what was your favorite game?
What's my favorite game? I think
I have a lot of.
I have quite a lot of favorite game, but I think my favorite thing to do or play when I was a kid was drawing. And my tita here in the Philippines, we call it tita, or our aunt. She bought me a make-believe cooking kitchen things.
I also love that.
But it's made of clay.
Oh
like
yeah,
pot.
yeah.
Because back
sister
in
has that too.
Negros, from where I came from, there's a lot of it,
In my
it's
hometown.
in my hometown, and it's not really expensive. So I love to
Yeah.
play that.
Yes. I also I think that's also my favorite game, like cooking. Yes.
Cooking show.
and then for remember for vinegar, like make believe vinegar, I would rub the soap in water, and that would turn white, right? So that would look like vinegar, and that would be my vinegar. I think I also.
I wasn't really allowed to cook plants because my grandmother would kill me if I cut some of her leaves in the garden. So I used to cook pebbles.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, so I cooked pebbles.
Okay.
Pebbles and water, maybe.
For me, I have flowers and leaves because there's like a lot of those on the streets. So yeah, I just pick it up.
A lot of those too in my house, but if I was caught by my grandmother, I'm dead now. I'm not here anymore.
Yes, and also I remember I played with chili pepper.
Chili pepper.
Those little ones, because they're like on the yard of like a neighbor.
Chili.
And yes,
chili
yes.
itself.
So I just pluck those and cook them and magic. So yeah, I love doing those kind of things when I was younger.
So let's continue.
Okay.
So our next question is, what were your favorite cartoons and TV shows?
I think I have a lot.
I love what is your most favorite?
SpongeBob probably, and Pikachu.
Oh, you like Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yes,
I kind of like Pikachu too.
Yes.
And SpongeBob.
Naruto.
Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah, I watch a lot of those because my older brother watches a lot of anime stuff, and of course, as someone who only watches through the TV, I don't have a choice but to watch that too. And for me, back then, like all cartoons, all animes were good for me as a child. Like I can't really tell a bad cartoon. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is animated.
As long as
so
it's
I enjoy
animated.
It. Yes. So I watch a lot of those.
I think I was in my part. I was born and raised on Barney series.
Yes.
Because I don't know why. I really like Barney a lot.
Barney.
The dinosaur.
What do you call that show? B1, B2.
The banana.
Yes.
I also
B1?
watch that.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that.
And Barney too. I used to watch that.
Barney.
Yeah. I love you. Yeah. So we have the same childhood. Yeah. So yeah. It's really interesting to go and recall those kind of TV shows, and sometimes actually have this urge to rewatch the TV shows. Yes, because it reminds me of my childhood a lot. Yeah. So it's a very big part of everyone's childhood, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on to our next question. We have for Teacher Red. Were you a good student?
I was a very good student. I'm very confident.
Me too.
Because I have strict parents. So, but not strict nowadays because I'm old. But back then, I have very strict parents. And my father was very strict with my studies. And yeah, I did study a lot.
As for me, I could recall I was also a good student. I'm always in the like top section in the whole school.
Yeah.
Yes, and I remember when I was in first grade, I was a top student for like the whole school. There's a like a city school like that. So yeah, but unlike you, my parents my parents weren't that strict. I think I just do what I do. My mother helps me though with my homework. Yes.
My mom also helps me with my homework. And back when I was a kid, I remember really crying a lot because I was pressured to be like you. I was on the top class as well, but beside that, I have to be the top in my class. I have to graduate on top. So I was successful, but yeah, I remember I was a good student
Back then.
back then.
Okay, back then.
I was definitely
Back
a
then.
good student, and I did get good grades, definitely.
Yeah, me too. So
Okay.
Oh,
I think this is not a very good question.
I
I'm
did
not.
answer that one right. Did you enjoy going to school?
I did enjoy going to school a
Even
lot.
with the pressure and
Uh-uh.
everything.
Because I think during back then when I was in elementary days, the pressure is not on
Yeah,
your,
like
on
really.
your school.
Yeah.
It's
On the parents.
on my case it's back when I go back home. But when I was in elementary, I did
and
Chinese garter. It's a garter game.
Yeah.
Even though my parents would reprimand me for doing so, but I did a lot of jumping, running,
Yes.
kid stuff.
I remember also doing, and also after school, I really enjoy that game machine where you play Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I play that a lot with my classmates whom I go home with. So yeah, I really enjoyed going to school with my friends back then. Yes. So anyways, moving on to our next question.
So what was your favorite subject and why?
I think even back then my favorite subject was English, and until now, based on my I major in English. So yeah, back then I think it was English because I get good grades in English. Yeah, so back then I was thinking if I get my highest grade is in this subject, then probably that's my favorite and I'm the best at that. So yeah, it was English. How about you?
Of course, we don't have to. You don't have to ask me. Of course, my favorite subject is English. Because I do read a lot back then, and I started reading Harry Potter novels when I was in grade 3. So basically, that's elementary, and it's English. So my favorite subject is English.
Okay. Also, I like PE.
PE?
Physical education, because you just play around and be active, do
and
things
dance.
away from the usual classroom setting. So yeah, that's also one of my favorite subjects.
But how about what is your least favorite subject?
Least would of course be mathematics, I think, and science. Yeah, I really don't. I'm really not so into those kind of subjects. So yeah, back then when I was from grade 1 to 3, I was really thinking that I don't know math. Like really, like I was already when I transferred, because I was a transferee when I was in grade 4, I transferred to a different school, and it was only then that I gained confidence in math. When I was in grade 6, I was already able to join a math competition. But when I was in grade 1 to 3, I really think that I'm done with math. Like really. So yeah, that's probably my least favorite subject. How about you? What's your least favorite?
Math as well. And because it's my least favorite subject, and I'm not bad at it, but I'm not very good at it as well. So I took a lot of reviews during the weekend for math classes. It's called NTOP.
Yeah. When you also joined for a math competition.
I did, but I wasn't
because
really
I also
good.
remember doing our reviews.
But before those, you have like several Saturdays to review for a math class.
Yeah.
And that's really dragging for me on my part. So
I kind of don't like the weekends. So yeah. Oh, so that's it. Anyways, let's continue to our next question, which is.
So,
who was your best friend?
I had a lot of best friends back then, and my best friends back when I was in elementary were still my best friends, even though
Really?
I'm in college. And since I live in a different island, they travel here sometimes when they wanted to see the place and then have a quality time. And then so do I. If I wanted to spend time with them, I do travel back home.
As for me, because most of my playmates when I was a child were my cousins. So we grew up together, so I don't know, probably I could consider them as my best friends. But at school, I also have close friends, but right now we don't really contact each other anymore. We're like we've already become strangers to each other. But back then I could recall that we were really close. We're Facebook friends though. We're Facebook friends though, yes. So what did you do together? What can you recall? What do you always do with your
We did a lot of studying.
and
we did a lot of studying, and then we have a lot of things, naughty things that we did as well. Actually, I remember when I was in elementary, we have a task that we have supposed to cultivate a garden. But because we're naughty kids, not really naughty, but we're crazy kids, mischievous kids, we go outside of school and then we ask people we could have their plants, and then we transfer it on our garden. So our teacher would be shocked. It would be like shocking thing, because when our teacher would look at our plot, it's blooming. It's blooming, and it's an old tree. And it has fruit on it.
Oh, very good.
Like chili plant, and then it's already have chilies on it. So,
okay.
How about you?
I remember my best friends at school. We would always really go home together. Like I remember we really stay in the classroom, even if it's not because we have this cleaners, right? Like every afternoon, it's your duty. It's your group's duty to clean the room. But even if we're not the cleaners that day, we really stay in the classroom and clean the toilet. But you actually don't have anything to clean with the toilet. The toilet is clean, but we just play in the toilet. We put soap in the floor. It's tiles. So we just lie there, we glide, and we do skating. Yeah, imagine ourselves as figure skaters or something like that. And then after that, we go home together and we talk a lot. Yeah. So and also we just walk home. So we really spend a lot of time together. So yeah.
Do you still do things with this childhood friend? I do. I also have spent a fair share amount of good memories with my cousins. I consider them best friends as well. We're very close. But with my best friends, we still do, because we're like in different path right now, different careers, different jobs. Yeah, so often we do meet with a common time or common time of the year, and then do an outdoor activity, an outing, or the last activity I remember doing with my childhood best friends and friends, when one of our friend, he is a seafarer, so he had his despedida party before he goes to work.
Yeah.
Eventually
he went abroad.
Went abroad. So that was the last thing I remember activity I did with my childhood friend.
As for me, because I told you earlier, I transferred schools. So probably if I never transferred schools, I would be still close with those friends back then. But in my second school, the one that I transferred to, I have this best friend also that I still contact until now, because we go to the same church. So yeah, so probably that's the nearest I could
remember
yes.
to this question. Okay, let's continue. So when you were a child, what did you want to grow up to be? Or what do you want when you grow up?
Okay, for me, I wanted to become a nurse, actually, initially. Because, you see here, I have here an N, right? I always believe that this means I would become a nurse. Because if you have an M, you would become rich, right? Like, money or something, rich. So I have here an N, so I always believe, ever since preschool, I always believed that I would become a nurse because I have an N here. So yeah, I really wanted to become a nurse back then. And back then, my teachers in preschool, preparatory school specifically, they were letting us write something on the paper. And they would ask us what we wanted to become or anything like that. I would write nurse, and then my reason would be because I wanted to cure my grandparents, help my parents when they grow older, and or something like that. So yeah, that has always been my dream. And also, I really find it nurses, like the uniform, really. I think I'd look good in that.
And prim and proper.
Yeah, so that has always been my dream when I was a child.
Actually, when I was a kid, I also dreamt to be a nurse because there's some point in the Philippines that nurses are very in demand, and they're they were praised a lot, and then you heard a lot of very good things about them. So you as a kid, you really wanted to be a nurse. I remember when in my speech, my graduation speech.
Elementary?
Elementary, my valedictory speech, we call that. I remember telling everyone in the entire school that someday I would become a nurse. Yeah, but I didn't. I became a teacher.
I think that's everyone's, like every young girl's dream, to become a nurse.
So when I went to college, everyone in my hometown really thought that I took nursing because I told everyone in my graduation date I wanted to become a nurse.
So okay,
let's continue.
Let's continue to our next question.
Do you think children today eat too much fast food and don't play enough sports?
I think so. Like a lot of them. Like basically fast food, eating fast food aside, children today really don't play enough sports or go outside their homes anymore. Like they just play with their mobile phones. Even like really young kids, like around 3 to 4 years old, they already have their own smartphones, and they would just spend the whole day doing that. And I could I even saw kids who are like already a little overweight, but their parents do nothing, and they just let their kids spend the whole day in front of their mobile games. So yeah, also this eating too much fast food. If whenever I go to the like a fast food chain, I would always see like children, like just them without the parents, they're buying their own food in the fast food. Like, you're just a kid. Wow, how could you do that?
I remember like a few months ago, I was in Starbucks, and then they're like elementary kid, and she like go to the cashier and said, I want a medium, I don't know, I want a grande macchiato. And I was like, when I was a kid, I was really ashamed to go to the cashier and then
until high school
tell my order. And I was like so amazed. How could she just go to a Starbucks store by herself and then order a drink?
And basically, like children these days prefer fast food than home cooked meals. Like really, so.
But I think it's a very big factor for the parents as well, because I also knew a lot of kids who don't really know what fast food is.
It's
because their parents didn't introduce it to them. They might really taste some of them, but they didn't really give emphasis. For example, this fast food, for example.
I think children that eat too much fast food are those who live like within the city, like near fast food chain or something. Because back then when I was a child, I do eat fast food, but that's only every time we travel to the city. So yeah, when we don't travel to the city, then we don't eat fast food. Yeah, so but children these days, even elementary kids, they do it on a daily basis. Like every lunch they go to Jollibee, to McDonald's. Yeah, so and it's really not healthy. And because aside from that, yes, they don't play enough sports. They a lot of them spend a lot of time in front of their phones.
So childhood is kind of like a very interesting topic.
Yeah,
and
I could really recall a lot of it.
And whenever we have this or initiate a conversation with someone we just knew, it's not awkward to talk about childhood, especially when you came from a same place or the same location.
So it's a very interesting topic to use in conversations with English speaking people.
So I hope you had a good and great time with us today.
Yes, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.